Solid music pick. Craft beers made by small independent brewers are booming. There are about 24,000 craft breweries across the country. Their sales have more than doubled in the past decade. Sam Calagione, CEO of Delaware's Dogfish Head Brewery, joins us here this morning. Sam, good morning.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Are we subbing something else in with the coffee this morning, or what?
I'm not going to lie to you. I got an IPA in my coffee cup.
Bring your own stuff.
Where are craft brews at this point?
Thriving, but challenged. There's 2,400 small breweries in America. It's the only growth sector of the beer industry, which seems like an anomaly in a challenging economy, that the high end's growing, but it's an affordable luxury. But the challenge is small breweries have access to capital issues, access to marketplace issues. So we're cautiously optimistic.
Are you winning or losing that fight?
Well, frankly, in terms of where market share is going, beer is losing to wine and spirits. But in the beer sector, it's the large two global conglomerates that are losing market share, while craft beer is having 10% revenue growth.
One thing that's come up recently is a lot of these brands that people think might be craft brews, which aren't really craft brews because they're not made by a craft brewery. The labeling issue, where do you come down on that?
First, would you just tell me what a craft brew is?
Sure. Good question, Gail.
What you guys are talking
Good question,
about.
Gail. And
between the two.
Basically, craft breweries are small, independent, traditional, small being less than 6 million barrels. For context, that's just 3% market share in America. Independent can't be owned by a big brewery, and traditional, meaning they use traditional ingredients. But yeah, recently our trade group, the Brewers Association, was asked to put an op-ed into a regional paper about what you're saying, Jeff, and the issues of authenticity and transparency of the big breweries that make beers like Anheuser-Busch InBev makes Shock Top, but if you go to the website or read the bottle, it doesn't say that. Or Line & Kugel is presented as a family-owned brewery, but it's owned by Miller Coors. And it's never an issue of quality. The big breweries make quality, consistent beer, but authenticity and transparency is an issue. And when this op-ed came out last year, it was truly a viral thing where there's been over 100 million media impressions. So obviously consumers want to know who makes their beer.
Off-centered. I love your slogan, off-centered ale for off-centered people.
Yeah.
It says to me you're a fun guy. You travel around the world looking for great beers. What do you mean?
I've not put fungi in my beer, but that's a good idea.
Off-centered ale. What do you mean?
Basically, that we're pretty fearless. We don't stick to the four traditional water, yeast, hops, and barley. Dogfish Head is sort of a culinary-inspired brewery, so we put raisins, beet sugars, coffee, licorice, wine must into our beers.
Oh.
Yeah.
And in part because it gives it complexity, but also to remind people that beer has all of the food compatibility of wine. And in fact, that's why I'm in New York City this weekend. The premier beer and food pairing event called Savor is happening in New York City this weekend.
What would you recommend for Charlie Rose, a man of sophistication?
Okay, and I know you like wine, so I recommend you go to savorcraftbeer.com, get a ticket, come into this room this weekend.
No, Sam, just give him one beer. We don't want just one beer for Charlie Rose.
All right, I would say the one that I'm having, because it's an IPA that's fermented with Syrah grape must, so it's a hybrid between a beer and a wine.
Right.
Just pass it across the table.
We could just cannonball.
What's the problem? It's Friday. We're all friendly.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you.